Hey folks, what's flocking? I hope you are doing well. I apologize for the lack of uploads these past few days, but I was wasting all of my time and efforts of my life into a new game that came out last week to 2 weeks ago called Palworld. And let me just say, holy moly, it's a frickin' fun game. I think it might be even better than World of Warcraft, and that's like my favorite game ever. It's like Pokemon meets Rust. That's how I describe it. It's an open world survival game with these little cute creatures you can tame that have special abilities depending on what elemental type they are. And it's been doing really good in sales. They made about 7 million copies of Palworld in 5 days. It's relatively cheap too. It's around $40 in my country. With all the features and content that's in the game, you're definitely gonna get your money's worth, I can assure you that. Now, while this game is super fun and addicting and I can't stop playing it, it's not all peaches and cream, okay? There's controversy surrounding the game itself. Someone on Twitter claimed that the CEO of the game studio, Pocket Pair, was using AI-generated prompts of Pokemon into diffusion software. They say that they're making Fakeamon and using AI to avoid copyright infringement. Then the CEO came forward saying that the character concepts were mostly designed by a single graduate student hired in 2021 following the company's public recruitment run for new illustrators. I don't know if this claim is true or if it's just some person wanting attention and is always hungry for it, always wanting the Twitter views. It's far beyond my understanding. I'll just say that right now. But the biggest controversy surrounding this game is that the Pokemon Company knows about Palworld, and they weren't happy about the similarities between the two. They say that we have received many inquiries regarding another company's game released in January 2024. We intend to investigate and take appropriate measures to address any acts that infringe on intellectual property rights related to Pokemon. Oh, my Lanta, that's very ominous, man. If that doesn't do it for you, the CEO of the company, Pocket Pair, also says that the company has received death threats. Oh my god, the Yazuka is in on it too. Satoshi Tajiri hired them to threaten them all. They're gonna put the hit out on them. All joking aside, I think that if the Pokemon Company go ahead with taking legal action against Pocket Pair and try to get the game shut down, they're making a big mistake. With all of these claims that the PALs are just straight up AI generated and there's no effort in the design, I mean, the CEO literally came out to say that it wasn't. I will admit this though. Palworld has gotten so much of its inspiration from Pokemon. But hey, so did other companies that made their own creature capturing games. Digimon, Monster Hunter, Temtem. Hell, my game World of Warcraft has a battle pet mode in it where it's literally fight other creatures and capture them. Why hasn't the Pokemon Company gone after those other developers that use the same concept of monster taming? Or are they just mad that Palworld is becoming an overnight success and they're afraid that they'll be out of the top spot in the monster taming gaming industry? Because that's how I see it. My point is, if the Pokemon Company is trying to make this threat of suing Pocket Pair and trying to get PAL down, shut down for good, it'll be a very big mistake for them. People like me actually enjoy the game and want to see it improve as it goes on. Okay, now I want to talk about a certain thing about Palworld that the devs at Pocket Pair need to focus on if they want to keep their game going well. They need to deal with the hackers. I'm sorry to say this, but there are hackers in Palworld. When I started up a character in multiplayer, I thought it was going to be a normal casual experience for me. I was grinding out my game, getting my pals upgraded, getting certain stuff for my base, and just trying to get the level cap so I can enjoy the end game experience. But as I was playing, I noticed that my little home, the walls in it just fell apart. It lost durability and broke because some structures in the game can lose its durability if it gets attacked or something like that. At first I thought it just lost durability on its own and you had to repair it, so I remade the new walls on it and everything. 1 hour later, as I'm farming for other resources and stuff, my entire base just got wiped out. Everything is gone. My pal base, my pals, my benches, my shed, everything. I read through the chat logs earlier and someone was saying, "Oh, here comes a wipe." At first, I thought they meant that they all died to an elite pal in the open world. Didn't pay attention to it a lot, but I wish I had, because whatever hacker that destroyed my base, he ruined my friggin' day on that server I was playing on. I'm sorry I had to get personal on this, but this was my experience with a Palworld hacker. They just see whatever a normal player is doing, and they just ruin their experience. Probably for the sadistic laughs, too. So here's my argument. If Pocket Pair wants Palworld to keep getting successful, they have to deal with the cheaters in the multiplayer lobbies. Anti-cheat software, agreement measures, better actively in-person moderation, not AI, and punishments on people who decide to cheat. Because if this game continues to allow hackers to ruin other people's experience in multiplayer, it's gonna have an effect on the community. They see that Pocket Pair isn't doing enough to combat the cheaters that ruin the game. Then a good portion of the player base just leaves the game. That's a chain reaction. I mean, take a look at what they did in Modern Warfare 3, the Modern Warfare 3 reboot. The devs didn't pay attention to the game's problem. Take a look where that game is at now. I have so much hope for this game and I want to see it succeed. And seeing the roadmap on the future updates that they're going to do, I think I'm going to get sticky in enjoyment. But Pocket Pair has to be a good company and listen to what the community says and take into consideration about how the outreach can solve the problems in the game. Will they listen to the fans? I don't know. But I hope they'll do the right thing. I really like this game a lot, and I don't want to be demotivated from this. So Pocket Pair devs, I hope you know what you're doing. That's all I have to say. Sorry for the wait. I'll try to get uploading again if this Palworld addiction doesn't take over. It might not. Who knows? But like and subscribe for more. I'll see you on the next one. Good night.